Welcome again. This is SYLVESTER KWASI BEKOE, the very one creator one C authority. This is Mission and Ministries Sylvester. We are live once again on the screen. You see the reality show, the reality creator, the origin and the core for things happening. This we have had to start somewhere, and then we did a little number for maybe letters. So numbers that represent letters and letters for the numbers is actually supposed to happen before we know that needing actually a particular character or impression with what I can do here is actually not predestined for any other personnel to be in that area. Yeah, it would be like a simple thing that we communicating. Look at what we're just trying to do and what it's really showing. Yes, so we've had these numbers created. As today we told you that the tops and the topics are actually the mysterious. So the mysterious actually, if you're calling for a position and reflection, we're actually talking about if I had in my meditation today facing the east, this is what I have to draw on, because east actually is the west and to west. If I go to the west, east become a west to myself. However, just watching how the system is and the rolling and coming up after. Now, we're actually supposed to look at what do you think created the shape and forms stars. What do you really refer to as stars? So we've been talking about these things, and mostly you will find out that people corrupt it to some kind of creatures that once you see, let's say, a form or an art form inverse mode, then you are trying to derive a different meaning and personality gain to what it is other than what purpose even created. You know that some of these things you want to ask, is the Lord himself that created, let's say, a star like this, or they are those form geometrically the elements that should actually teach, guide, and then lead us to places and for whatever. Now, I thought that we are not broadcasting in the corrupt mode, as there was nowhere corruption even in the garden and creation except for that which it is, like myself being birthed in flesh, live and how to live. And then you're not saying that I should be called opposite life. Look at what I wear, the color of it. Now, if I wear this as a great kingdom, who do you think would have given this out there? What level of understanding do you have for that which I have to sit right here and create? And you don't expect that it should happen, and it just happened. Because first time today, we have to come out with this, and I have to just make it understandable to what you don't know. You know, with this question, we are actually on a single view, and then multiple times you have to say that who indeed is it regarded as somebody you are throwing away and you don't know his good works? Are we supposed to, like the star heard you said, from this point to this point? Now you can say, let's say, when you're seeing this angle like this, you know that's the star end, right? Or you don't see shapes and forms. So let's watch carefully. Maybe you think it's somebody else. Sit on my channel. We sit here and take medicine, so that you'll be telling me that I'm the one you are giving your wealth to, as I have to create. I told you that what you've received is the reason some of you don't honor, don't obey, you don't respect. If I have one of that, the challenge I throw is origin, which is new. And that new is not known to you. That you cannot sin and stand before the Lord and say you are against somebody else. That is opposite. I don't think you understand where the Lord called for good people to reason with, and then you're also a part of, like you see this, look, you realize that I'm not supposed to look like anybody else there. Yeah, myself showing that. Who in those powerful days? Today's our night. It is. So let's go straight to this, because we have a lot to do, and that much as we just want to say it is, and we've come up with it already, the result. So I have had to sit here and draw, not just draw. You know, it's creation, but you look at it as a term that is a draw. What does it draw? To pull out or displace or take something from what it is. So like I'm getting things from the light, how things, that's how the Lord actually created the world. How he works out his best, and the best indeed will glorify him when it comes to a level like this. I've had to say that indeed, if we have 149, and then we also have our 914, these numbers would have to show us a word and some particular things that you don't actually have any clue knowledge about. So I sit here and did it in the first version. So we'll continue from here as this contains where it's going to continue from, as it begins nobody's business than the light, from the light to the light. So this is the virgin work. So I honor that. Any other person that is giving the Lord a rule, that's it. So I don't think that this corruption you get somebody's good. You have it and you have to also work out. Somebody may also have it. We've not been given yet. We've been have like countless prophecies. Like it's not if I think it. The Lord is showing me that you have done it. And the Lord said, because I've done it with a relationship, you and I've been honored for such. Because I touched him. Now the vision you're speaking, because I'll tell you yes. And only the ones that will show it so that he would try to be, but I'm in the greatest place. That giving a space like this in a world light, who it is given to display works like this or works of art. And then before the Lord, once it's on the display with white and other colors, how you put it and blend and compose, then it tells what is on the mind or in the system with the Lord. And that which I did, which also the Lord establishes. So he makes it known. And for the first time, you will see such things on my channel that I told you, when a star looks like this, it doesn't become the beast that you claim to that level. Because first of all, in the sitting posture, that begot these stars. So any other star you want to say is like, you are saying earth. Earth or ether is also one of the stars. Yet they don't look like you are seeing it here, how it is in shape and form. However, this form you are seeing is rather the angel, the human being himself. So that when I don't tell actually what you are seeing, you go and make it like what you designed that portray somebody's knowledge. I'm not portraying somebody's knowledge, that the thing. Yet I have to disprove or approve, or I have to show what you were doing, which is actually not the origin. So watch here. Now if you look at the star to be on earth like this form, like this, there you are saying this is what you are also saying as a star here. Now, because you can see stars with light that will look like this in form, so that when a human being becomes light, he would understand things that are stars or what creates stars, like I'm doing now. I create it. So in my seated posture or meditating, in my working today, I have to have this form designed so that two stars is just one person. Two stars is one person, like the heaven above it and then the one below. Is it? It doesn't make it below what you understand. It's just like my sitting like this, from this part to the feet, and then from another posture in the same personality that you say this. So it's one personality that show you this, like you are seeing heaven and earth. And at the same time, this star, we were saying that if I have had to sit and in myself I designed this, then let's create and show what some of you are trying to say is this and that. And then we keep it up like that, so that the number 149 becomes ear. Ear. That's what it is. Ear. So that's what is written in the code. The number is ear. And there we have the number for 914. It's also become pre, or you want to say R. The word as you say R, A-R-E, or you can say P-R-E, because at the end of the day, there will sound what you were trying to say, prayer. And I told you the word that sometimes you try to get something right, but it won't be right. It won't be as you sound or trying to give. However, in the creation, you would have known what they are trying to say is origin. So if you want to have the word origin in the communication and language creation, there, this word, the P-R-E, and then the E-A-R, they become this word, prayer. Prayer. So that you want to say that prayer as you have it for prayer, like the other one, this one. The word here like this, which one is say that if Sylvester is on the live, you would have to know what I can do, not what my opposite can do, because opposite's work has nothing to stream. So you have this word like that, and here, let's bring it up on the live light like this. Like this word, this is what it is. That's why we told you that when it sounds like this, they have a connection, And that connection is that you are getting this well sound, well reserved in the creation. And this one, you have to look for it also, what you're trying to say. So if a sitting posture of a personality was what had to say the act is a prayer, you were trying to say a communication with oneself in the Lord, and is a light personality, then that original theme is only known to whom have an ear that understand it or who communicate. So if in the silence the Lord should be communicating, only the one who have his own creation ear will understand. Even when he speak not a voice, I would understand it, like you were saying it. So this word as prayer is right there. So prayer. So that's prayer. So this AR here, you have it here as Ra. So this is another section to call it prayer, but this will represent a different meaning, as this word have its own meaning. And this side also about it meaning with the R also it meaning. Now watch it. There we got it. Then the Lord is saying to whom an ear is given, or to human is ear. So when the ear is rushing, that should be understanding. So when the earth rushes your ear and the ear rushes your ear, you should have understanding. Do you agree? I don't have to ask. So you see that I'm really in the art where what I'm saying is really showing. So let's delve in the speed. So this word is just a number which has transformed. That's why angels are the same with number and the same word letters. So that comes with what you are saying, language. These are numbers, yet they have become what? Letters. So that knowing these, then converting the letters to numbers, once known on the channel, there it becomes what it is. But what do you do to keep this? We told you highest level of fight, war in heaven and in the hell. That made it happen, because the Lord told you that even in hell he will be with them to make life possible for them until they are taken out of that place. So if you don't know who it is, the angel that saved, that create, that even made the Lord himself out of his own suffering, here it is. So the angel that made the Lord out, this is who we are. So I create. So that's it. Now, main focus was on this. Let's make another part of this. Yes, let's see that quickly. So watch carefully. That if our channel becomes sitting posture, I told you, because the star, and the circle here simply is what you dwell on, and the star itself is a human being who also is represented with the same authority. So that as what you live on is that in the form, so the earth having to be example of authority, how the earth works, or the cyclone as an authority. And they work in the universe to keep these things up. There you find out that this same have a five-sided figure. That's a human being. The star that is five-sided figure is the same that you are seeing above. So that indeed, if you have ear, you have to grow the horns. So this naturally, it tells not as you want to say it's horn, that when it's inverse, that you think is what somebody is teaching you or making known to you. This earth or rock here, let's say if it becomes a star, when it's a light and it glows, when it glows, the energies that will be emitted to show that it's light is these things you are also seeing. So when you're a human being that is a star energy emitting, then you understand these things automatically. It will be spirit that will let you yourself will know it. That's why I'm not sitting here for saying somebody tell me they do this, no. That's why I'm doing just what is actually reserved futuristic, and now into the past to prove what they have to say it is. Because you cannot leave the world in the hands of a corrupt and then you tell us that the Lord made it. That's not what intentions the Lord have drawn. So if the Lord become corrupt, they have to show him what he is reflecting on this earth is what I'm rebounding onto him. Then you understand what I'm doing. But that can be in the opposite of his word. Or to say you suffer your own sin trouble, then you think somebody should stand in for you and fight the Lord. For what cause? No, you have to fight your good cause. So, if this is the star, when this is the star or the body, the heavenly body like the sun, if it's placed in the middle of the universe, you say in the middle of the universe, which is the top and the down, that's the same way the sun is operating. Yet, the star energy here is this reflection you are seeing. And that is derived from a human being. So he that pray or meditate, like the word prayer, you see that this word have been gotten from what? The ArtHe, the number. The sitting posture is in these numbers. So you have to have, let's say, 14 and then 9. There's an upper part that is 14 and the side that is also 9. Like, how do you know that? Yeah, that's why I'm the one doing my works. So there's a counting number that if I count this flesh to give a side, that which make this, it will give us 14. And there's another part, there's a part that also give us 9. Yes. If I don't say it, I wouldn't know. So it is. So these are supernatural. And you'll be surprised. I just have to say, let me have the honor to make things possible. So I've allowed the things to be happening, and here it is. So we have it. So if you have an ear, the Bible scripture says what? To err is human. Human. So if you have to say you have an ear, so you can have ear here in this. If I claim you have this forehead, look at this side. This side, that is the horns to show it here as this. So when this star energy is up here and it reflects light, you have to see it like this. So if this sun here is above from the east, then we get to that place like this. When the sun, like this same object here, when it's at the east or the south or west, when it's at this point, and this star that is up here casts its shadow as the form it takes. So the form this star here takes is this same reflection that you are having on earth. So that when you see the eclipse, having this planet here, when it's behind this very one, or when simply light is behind this particular, it will reflect shade where it casts its main shape onto another thing, which is the vision it will show. But that doesn't necessarily make it what? Black or dark. It is the result of the light. As a result of the light, and this having been a situation impossible, that light cannot travel in the very form it is because it's opaque. That opaque means the light cannot go through, in it directly, except let's say if there be a hole, like it can receive and reflect or refract like this. So we have it. So if the light is at its source, this side claims to the east, there's a mountainous east, then the clouds and the universe are, the reflection is this, as light source. So that the light, it is just as light, which will be only the side of this planet that will receive, will be the side that is facing the light. And then this one will now give you its own light or shade, because it is what? In the immediate position where it refracts the light that is here into the universe or into space. And then the only portion you can have, if it has to be over you like this earth, that's how it cast its shadow of the form it takes. Here the same. However, it will be wide or large based on positioning. That's why it will also basically talk of lanes, to large or large. So that lensing would also mean how you come the closer object and refract it wide, or so that's the positioning that will be getting to talk about the lens that either you are obstructing or skewing and all of that. Those words mean nothing, but what matters most is what? The signs and the doing. So when you know that one, then they said when you see this action, you have to know what spirit it is called. Then when you call that name, it has to give you that particular happening. That's what it is. You cannot say that we are just having names and things in school learning. No. So these are nothing to do with what you are trying to say, if it should be in an occultic or Freemason or Illuminati. You see that what we're talking about it here actually is the main thing you should have known, not in the corruption. So if the star is inverse, you realize that if your leg is up here and this side, when it is shot into a space and light is behind you and you are blocking, you are in front of the light, your leg will continue to refract. It will continue to cast its form and shade into space wide. So if this one should go out in space like this, that same thing you are seeing here, then the energy, then we can create an energy field like this, so that this will go a long way like this to show it here. This one also go a long way like this to show it here, like we have it in what? In this authority. If I want to do that, we can do that again. Now watch. And this side will also show its light to this side here. And this part of it also here. And this begins where the reflection is at the meeting point. So the same way it begins there shows that what side you see in here is as equal as it is here. Yet the size that may be enlarged is due to what? How the distance an object can be increased. Even when it's small, you can enlarge it. Or when it's large, you can reduce it. But that doesn't change the real object in shape or size or form. But in the display, they can show you how it is. That when you go close to the object, it's bigger. In the same way they are showing the vision, that when you go far away from it, it becomes smaller. Like you are seeing this. What size it is. That if it's far away, you are seeing this closer than it is behind. A little bigger than that one. And this one, where you are probably become very big than this one, even that is also casting its shadow. So it becomes. Now you have a sigil. When I have a sigil, you see that in the art, how we did it was just saying, maybe, let me show what I'm saying. There was nothing like this. There's nothing like this. You know, I did it. So this is how it is. And then nothing like this here. Nothing like this here. Nothing like this here. So as it's in those things were impossible to be there. So to reflect or refract this shadow, because it's receiving the light, so the light now cannot reach you directly to this flesh, so it will cast shadow. So that's it. So it doesn't also make it what? Black. Now this object here doesn't mean it's black. Yet no matter what color it takes, that won't mean you're going to see that color here. As for this side, it will show you shade or black like this, due to the light source and its opaque situation. That's what it will be. Everything here have in place for our understanding. How I can simply just see it and then we create it. We have no libation, tradition, culture, whatever to what somebody is in any group showing. So when you don't have this knowledge and spirit, it's not knowledge. When I do this before the knowledge comes. So if they claim they know, then the things here you cannot go against who is proving the original one without fault. Because you cannot say I'm the one who have gone to destroy who I don't have to. But they say if once it is given, or now that you know who you cannot sin against, you can tell me that I'm the one they said you have contracted to sin against. What do you mean sin? You watch that I may need. this part of the life reserve, and you watch pass, and you fail to do that which you have to do, yet you go and mention a star as human being. This is it. If you look at what form, shape, form this, it will surprise you. Let me just show you that. I'll show all of that. I'll try to make those things as it is. So on the live it is. So you realize that we are not using somebody's artwork to prove what I'm saying. We're creating it how the Lord have always intended. So let me play those things here as it is. There. We quickly get to other things. So I did it. And here, watch carefully. Okay. So I did this one first for... Okay, so it has to be like this in the form. What we're saying on the live. So let's see that again. Alright, that's it. So it is. Like you have no idea what it will become, even when I have to start it from the core. What starts it with my name and then the stars here right there. So in this number is coded to what? Myself. Which is every human that is angel or any other angel from the Lord. Because you cannot say that I'm the one who don't have what I'm saying and I can come out with this. Because you cannot have it anywhere. As I'm saying, it's very expensive, you cannot buy. If you should know that which is origin, you know, I don't have to look on anything to do it. I just have to prove what I'm doing. If in engineering you don't know, these are the same in engineering. Like the gears or the gears for shaft and those things. These are the things that made it. So right when I was talking about it, and I said, let's tilt it in the form of tilting. And what can cross it? That you have the what? The cross this side and this side, that it will not move. It won't tilt to the left or to right. Yet it's in motion. So that's it. Now watch carefully. What is next? Let's see what is less or next or high. Now this we try to do that. So let me show you what. When I'm in the sitting posture like this, you realize that today I'm using what? I thought I'm using the AI, the IV, and this to do the creation more. So that when we talk of xxxx, it has nothing to do with when you are saying you are having sex to yourself. Of course, what sex do I have? You don't have to name things onto that level. And in this, you are checking the hand here. You look at the rail. You see that there are single lines that never meet. That is it. And when I have it like this, you have to have it the same. Yet, it is a path that is repeating 1, 2, 3 times. So my own names in my own self, myself, walking and working. That if I decide that I'm on this side, I'm on this side, I'm on this side, yet we are not in one place. Or being here and I'm giving of the best into the world, that won't be the enemy. Yeah. So if you have any way, any looks, that is really the Lord and Himself. I have to show myself. Let's look at that quickly. All right, that's all right. Let's get to it. Wow. So I was trying to do this. You know, if I do what I'm doing, watch me. So if I sit like this, look. If I sit, look at the X. You say that right? You see that this side become what? X. Just beginning to do that. So that you see the colors that I wear is showing you X. So like this. It's beginning to be X, right? When I do this, it's another thing that will show. So when I do this, it becomes how many X? How many X? We have different meeting points. Okay. Right there. So if you now sit like this, and then this hand, here, you see this? And you see this. When they are like this, now it becomes a star. You will see it very well, so I will try and get something to what I'm saying. It becomes what? Look, this point is one end of the star. This point is one end of the star. And this hand meeting here is what? Another end of the star. Like this elbow here tells a path that goes like this. So that's how we, let's see if I can. Yeah, so I'm beginning to do that. So when I sit, let's say, in its form, it draws a star at this base, a star at this section here. So that's a circle-like authority to have this form. When I sit in a form on a round thing like this, the angles that will be created in this very circle will be the five-sided figure. That is what I'm showing here. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make it clear. Yeah, like this. So let's see it. You see that this is 1 point and this is also 1 point here. And then the part here is the 1 point also to the next side. However, you won't just get it simple as it is, except you are the Lord who knows what I'm saying. So at a point like this, that is what? The star that you are seeing, 5 main sided. 5 main sided. That's what is the star. So at the base level is a star created. And when it also goes to what? The upper part of your flesh, you also have the same star again. The star, which has to do with even your head. The head can give you the star again. Yes. That's what exactly it should be. So if your forehead, look at the inverse. Even to say nobody did it. Like I wanted to show something else. Yeah, let's do it on the screen. Let's do it here. Let's do it here. If I want to say the star should be drawn on this very side, like, look at it. You see that at this point, I told you this side. You see it? Look. Here. You see it? To say you have a horn or you have a star, this is a star working. This is a star working. So the shape already shows the star, and what? If you have a curvature, you have to know it. So the star and the horn, there's like your beast form, which you want to say the star shown in inverse. This point is 1 point to the star. So from this to what? The line drawn here. And then from this to the line drawn here. And then from this to the ear. You get it? This. So 2 up here, 1 up here, 1 out here, then 1 down here. That's what turns the star in the opposite. So that it is simply the star that is here on this head level is the same that formed this when it's sitting like this. That it should reflect star here, star here. So that if you have 1 star, then you have any other star in the world like that. Yeah. So let's watch carefully. Now watch here. So in the course where you have it like this, you see that when it's inverse, I've shown you that this part of your flesh, that's 1 point. That meets with what? So I can see it like this. Let's see that I can just do this. And then you look at what I'm saying. Yeah, let's hold on. So let's try this out like that. So if I sit like this and my head go there like this, you see that like this, you can see the star. I hope you get it. This will form the point of what they were saying is the star like this when you are checking from like back base. However, this were the meeting point. The star that is at the top here to meet at what? The star that is what? At this point. That's what it is. And you don't actually have to disagree. So watch here. Now, if I make it possible, it's already on the screen, that we won't have somebody try to rule over your life. So, like the star, you know you have to have from this side to the side. We have to have what? Vertically. What you don't actually have to worry about. Let's look at some of the sitting position for the stars and how you see or draw it out. So in reality, the representation of animal to the beast or a star is that really wrong? That's very wrong. You don't have to have what a star pose look like to the head of an animal. That was actually wrong. That is not even what shows what they were saying, the devil. That horns here wasn't a situation you want to talk of. Do I have horns? So you are seeing the horns. So these are the horns. So you thinking physically somebody should wear horns. These are the horns. I have horns. You are seeing it. Yet that horn which is on animal, I can put it on and you won't see it unless the one the Lord shown to see those things. That's another super light level working. But naturally what you don't know to be the horn, look, you don't see it, right? What again? Look at it. You don't see it. You don't see this horn. You don't see this. You are saying that we should look like somebody. You think that person will sit and look like somebody in the ugly form. You think that's how the world was created. I didn't spend my time to do what is ugly. I dealt really with the situations. So if I have to bring an animal or the head of a beast to what you were thinking is the star shape, you would have known that that won't be what it is when I'm sitting, counting the side, knee, shoulder, knee, shoulder, like that. That's it. The knee, shoulder, elbow. These are all the things. Those things that made it star like this is a committed person. Now let's go on this live and you see, look at this side. What it means when you are in the posture like this. Look at it. When you have this, like sitting position, star. So I was asking sitting position star right now. And I'm saying, I wanted to describe what you probably don't know, what I've just created. And then say what? Like it's saying that sitting position star poses often refers to as what? The seated star or butterfly pose. Now what? Even as they have for this name, like Badak Kanasana. So Badak Kanasana, which are, let's say, are yoga techniques. Let's say designed to improve hip. Is a hip. So when I did that, you don't see that we have to come with shape. The hip, what? Flexibility, mobility, and then lower back, like you say that right? Reality, sitting on. Now this pose is what includes or including seated 5-pointed star. That's what I'm concerned about. So the 5-point that I tell you, you see that you realize that in the sitting form is where the name star had been drawn. And you cannot do this if you are not that spirit like angel talking about it. So the sitting position like this is what we got, what star form or shape is. To see that when you are doing this, it makes you light, or it makes you become the light that the Lord say you are, or that you want to be. Not that you just want to be. There are certain things you have it already, but if you don't make it work, you look like that, but you are not that person. That's what it will be referred to. So my heart will show what I'm doing. That I'm not the one wearing a horn of a beast. I have my original one, which is as yeah. I show you that. So what do you think could have been the horn that they said they wear? You don't have it, and you say what? You don't have what? I haven't gone for any hair shaping. I don't do any of that. How many years I don't even do that? Of course, I don't even, normally I don't touch my hair. That's a situation. You find this hair like myself commonly, just take it off a hair or touching it. You will be only keeping it and for well-being. I don't do it like you are telling me I should cut hair off like, no. It's not, I don't think you know why the Lord created it, that you should tell when you do that I should do same, what same. So we have to have it. Let me do this, maybe. So 1 point of the star goes to this, like when you're doing it from this side to the shoulder here. Yes. And this shoulder goes to that side and this. That's why when you extend your hand, look, when you do this, it will make a star. When you do this, it's a star. All this thing is a star. When you do this, is a form of a star. So it's just what you want to say. If you do this, it's a star. All these things, they are just star form. So let's get to the what is it? So 5-sided point. That's what it is. Because if I do anything and I try to say that the understanding is it, then let's see if it agrees with what even the welder claimed to be teaching you. To say that they even have it from the creator himself and some of the things they try to prove. So it is. There we have it. That also like chair version, and then star setup or setup emphasizes opening the chest, like you said, like I'm showing those things, and then engaging the core, like, and then what, and extending limbs. Look, like I did it. I was doing this. You see, what I did is just showing it. And for what? For better posture and energy flow. All of that. To do this. That's what they're showing. Because to do this, or to do this, is the same I was trying doing. And that is why I will end that particular one. So let's look at photos. So in that case, we can have this word. So if you see any symbol or a star, you should know that they are portraying an idea, like this sitting. This, and they talk nothing about this, that you think you are with a star. No. When your posture is not showing those star forms, you are not that person. It won't be. You can say you are human, but you are not that star person they are saying. And we cannot just say everyone have a star. What does it mean when you say that? So that's what made it. So sometimes if you attribute it to what? Those idol stuff, like a lazy person, that's what you'll be called. A lazy star. Like, these are the things I'm saying. You know that we are on the world view. Like you said, like this. These are the star positions, and they show you that you should know what makes what as it is in the rule. So we are live also on the real net. Yes. So what, like this one. If I do this one too, you have to know. So almost every form and the posture you put on tells what exactly it is. However, symbolically, the spirituality is the main key to it. So sometimes when you are trying to train yourself to be in a certain direction of posture, it tells what exactly should be going on. But some of you may not know. You may not know that it is somebody that they want to say, like you want to take the form of somebody, a creature. And if you don't know that, you say, like, look at this. All of that. So that is a star work when you are beginning to say this. But when you make it and it is without meaning, or when especially you try to do it and we don't see that form, it becomes not star. Already? Because you have to have the star itself drawn so that you can tell, proving it. You said that you try to portray something and it doesn't represent that thing, and you are saying we should call it falsely what it is. No, we don't do that. You can't say that you are doing it without understanding. Because understanding without seeing the reality, you can't say that we are to honor it the way it is. It doesn't work. That's not how you honor something that is not in the form of a star to be a star. We don't do that. When you do those things, you are opposite. So let me use, you know, normally when you see, let's say what I have to say, we've drawn or I've created or designed, they want to say maybe it's wrong, it's wrong. You did something satanic. Who is Satan? Who is Satan? Who do you want to say is Satan? No, I want to ask you, who do you want to say is Satan? You don't know the form. Look at this. When we get to this level, you realize that we have what? Even in the art, we have what? The collar neck for a cord, the bow tie. All of that is in the same thing here. That, look at it. Even the things. So that's what I tell you. You cannot say you dress like something, you don't know the spirituality. So if you are not the one fit for it, it will worry you. You have to consult. So in this place, we have a divider, which is here. So the divider pinpoint is 1 year and 1 year. And then this is a story, the building. This is also the building. That if it is also the tri-square, look at it. From this angle to this angle. So the tri-square is here. So this is also a mansion or a pyramid that will be created here. So the Lord's own eye is on the level to the pyramid. As the two lights here agree at a point to the focal length and this level, so that the main focus is with what? The light. The main focus is with the light. If I have to draw many things in this, we'll find a lot of things to talk about right as we speak here. Now watch another session. Watch another session, so that this becomes, let's say, the code. Like you tie knot here and you leave this side open. Yes, you want to say what is okay, maybe that's all right. So this is where it is. At the same time, this becomes what? The building. So the building. So the Lord get his eye on top of the building. So if you have a tower, to that level you have established it, the Lord is capable of seeing any height, any level, because already he has the ability of becoming anything anytime once it agree with the law. So if your tower is high, it doesn't mean because of somebody who hasn't got to the level, everything should be the same. No. When you are high, they have to greet you high. And when you're on the low, they have to also have it on the low level. What operate at the low level. So that's it. So the mason, you would have known that we have it here. This the angle, the building. And when I put this vertical line here, this side here, you would have known what I'm saying. Let's put it there. Let's just keep one of these things right there. Let's present it in a way that you should know what I'm saying. So we are not yet as babies, as I'm not a baby level, to be talking about those things that do not know anything. What you say, it is when we are talking about reality. So in reality, we have it like this. Watch very carefully. So watch carefully what I'm saying. So if I bring this to the level in front, you have to know that the design that makes the one who built the nations of the world is this. Look, so when I put it here, when I put this one at a point here, I'll be watching here. Then you get a mason, and then the divider in it already. The divider also begin here, and then the protractor, the compass, all of that, the compass, the protractor, and every other thing, so that the same letter A is in the same place here. This is where we have it reality showing. Yes, that I created life, so that look at when it goes beyond this point. Do you not see a different shape and form? We have to have it. Then at the end of the day, you see that what leads the path to this end is like this. This angle, you say it right? Like having a this I would have to, if there's a name, like a pointing or an arrow. So this is an arrow pointing to this point or this side. That the way continues to the base. And from the base is also beyond, it continues. So to the level you have been given, that's what you're probably operating. Yeah, that's the operation you want to say it is. So we got to go on. Let's see that. So if I have to do it like that, I don't think I have any other thing. So at the end of the day, you also have what? The communication mask. Yeah, the communication mask also in the same form. Why they build it mostly like this, to a certain level, and then it extends and narrowing. So these are the works from the heavens. That's it. If you didn't see this side, we've made it already. Yeah, it's already made. So let's get out of this and show another thing. Alright, so we get it through the deleted word true, and we say the origin. So when you having the origin before you, there's no need, no way you want to say somebody's forcing you to believe. You are not to believe, you are seeing it. What you are seeing already is not about belief anymore. To have the word believe means, oh, if I have a house, I will live in the house. But when there's no house, it's nothing to believe. And that, you cannot say you throw the world that you live in into nothing, and then you are now to look for where to live. So as you are living, or as you have life on this earth now, you make good use of the times and make things work. Future will not come and build for you the present who have no relationship with them. Now, this same sitting, you have known that the Lord who is behind is the same one in front. And at the end of the day, you see angel. This same person is angel. You are seeing a princess already. That made the world. Because I'm watching a lot of things. I'm watching a lot of things. If this were to be what? Liberty head. Why you see those arrows pointing on US, the liberty. This is the same that you are seeing on the head. What you wear, the academic and whatever. To say you wear it. That is the point, the meeting point. Yes. That is it. To point it out like that. And then you see this level. The what they wear. If it continues here, you are seeing another human level, giant level beyond this. Yet they are on the level walking. Just that how the Lord arranged things is the reason you are seeing this one indeed higher than this person. And indeed this one also what? Showing his level here. Don't see we have drawn it and you see a woman. You don't see that what we become has drawn a woman again. It's a woman that has been drawn. Even as any man is involved. But I'm saying to attribute it to anything, if I be what, let's say as the opposite, you have to say it. And look at why we cover, let's say when I put this thing on, when I put a muffler or a fabric like this on, this extension here to this is behind. That's why you see things dressed and they wear the things and you see it like this. Like this. You are seeing it from that level as this. That's what exactly it is. So when an angel comes before you and then you don't see any symbol of their own sigil, what makes them that person you are seeing? You see that, right? That's it. Yeah. Alright, so checking out this quickly. As cannot fail. Quickly. We have other things. The things that they wear around here. I don't want to name it. Like if I should put this, just like this. You are seeing the dressing right there. As you have to have everyone like you're saying this level. Or this one. You know, they just simply have to show you that. Then when it gets to this side, what? When it gets to that angle, you see that even in the sitting, how you sit, all that posture is also in this again. The swelled world simple like this. It's in a posture like that. Then you see this become a round gun or gun. Yes, like that. I hope you can see what it is. The dimensions are showing what? Showing something one round and one in between, and the same person take the form of that which it is you are seeing. Yeah, that's it. Are we getting it? So, if this become how you dress, opening this side, arms wide open, so that they have to have it like this side open. So when you see the dressing, the coat, and all those things that special people wear, that tells you it's from what? These angels. So these are angelic wear. That's why you see the most American, or not just that, the most country, why they dress the way they dress is because it's from origin. That is the source. Whatever they put on has a purpose and meaning to the Lord that they came from. You can say it's something else they wear. No, it's not like that. It's never nothing. Of course, nothing like that. So you don't go and put a crown on a lion somewhere or something somewhere to say he's the one you crown. Then you have become a beast. Other than the Lord say, cast it out so that you know what it is you are. So I take this one out to that place here. So I have to leave it the way it is here. No, or oh, that's, don't worry. I can just put it back, and we look at what else we have in it. We have one more. I want to look at if created, so I can leave one of these. Okay, like that, and that is it. So don't let some of the trouble. Let's get to what some of the things that it is in the, let's say, the stars used in occultic. So that let's see if we truly, or we originally, I won't say truly, come on the word truly out. So originally, let's see. Let's get out the origin of some of the stars. So I told you, it's in the sitting posture that we got the star. So when you are a star, you sitting and doing what is star, well, even anybody that just come to you will have it as a star. Yes. Your head alone is to show star. That when you sit and do that which is of star, we have to get to know it. That if I sit here and I'm in my humble situation, trying to connect with somebody or making what nobody has ever done, because when we came, they said they won't let us know anything. Except how I came, I made it possible. You know, when I put this thing on now, I have changed. I have had to change. Yeah, to wear it like this. I have had to change for you to know that I'm not in the color of my enemy. I'm not in the gown of my enemy. So when I wear it like this and you are seeing, look, you say that, right? There, you have to have it best given. There you see this creation. It won't be my enemy to show us what we have to do. Yeah, that's all right, that's all right. So the reflection is on. So we finally made it, and then you look at this. Look at the shape they were talking about. That you find out that this become shape, hip. Look at from this angle. Then hip is drawn from this angle to this side. And then from this angle to this side. Then you are seeing the lady. And then you are also seeing what? You are also seeing also a male part from this angle to this. And from this angle to this. You see it? That's what? The angel again. So whatever you are seeing is the same cloth and garden and what? And dress and coat that they put on. That exactly you should know. That exactly Sylvester should know. Yes, that's it. So we can take this one out. I want us to do that like this. And maybe you want to look at where we are saying compass something. If I pull this one anywhere here, I probably think you will know this one. When it right there. You want to know. Yeah, you want to know. If I had placed it there, it would have just shown you what I was saying, compass or divider. There you know, transferring distance measure from, let's say, angle pin here to this angle, then you move the same angle pin here to this place to equal this side. So that it balances. Yes, so that it balances what? Equation. It balances it. That if you have it, let's say, transfer 1 meter onto paper and that 1 meter onto the field, you have to know what to use it for. There, let's say they use 1 meter to millimeter, you have to know that on the paper, they want to say that maybe the distance, if you want to convert this 1 meter to maybe a certain millimeter, like that's how the calculation comes. So that you say that we want to have 100 kilometers on what? 100 kilometers on paper, that is probably maybe 9-inch or let's say 8-inch times 11 or 16. how can even the tile size get to this place? So those are some of the things. So whichever way you can get those things working, other than somebody's philosophy, then the game over. How you come out with the result, that is what the Lord needed. You go and say that when somebody makes A minus B, as you do A minus B, it will be different. That is not where you are giving yourself to understanding. Because understanding is how I have to get to do this and prove how, then a new knowledge have arrived. You see that this had also representation like a T. Yes. And you have, like, it's almost everything is brand new. So it's brand new. It's a brand new world we are seeing right here. It's a brand new world. There you have it on the screen, live. So we are not with the enemy. So all this is, I cannot save it. It's what I tell you. However, it's not an issue. I design it, I draw it, I create it. So it's not an issue. Even if I have to do this, the next time will be probably something else. But to prove it once, you know, you find your occultic book, no, but even Bible is not here. Why? When you are the light, or when you are with the light, those things becomes what you just say, until I need reference to something. You need it. I really won't need it. Why? Because I have what already you think should be the reason you agree or disagree. I don't agree. I do not agree. Because if I do not agree, I have to prove what I'm saying. So I prove it. So to have this side as watch care. So you have to know. Don't be making us like we are babies. No, we are not babies. So if there's a casting of shadow, reflection. So I was even trying to show something. Let's see this. Yeah, let me get that somewhere. If the light from this source, I was just trying to show you. Let me do it in the out space. Like here. Let me just do those things. No, I need a complete new page. Let me do that here. New page is set quickly. After writer. Yeah, I want to do that here. So let's do it here. So if I have to do it, watch here this very well. Let's say this. I want to show what I was saying, how it will be impossible to say you want to see a certain thing like light and light, even if that which is receiving is light. Look at this. You know what? When there's an object in space, when there's an object, let's say this source being the light, or let's put it as a sun of this color, and then this one is probably here receiving and blocking, or let me put it here. Let's say this is a world on which we live. When something is in the space between the sun, when something is in the space between the sun and then the other things, hold on, like this. I have to see it well, like Pastor Real. Like, yeah, just hurry up. There it is. How to display something very nice here. Let's take this source here like that. If you are here and you are watching directly into space to try to get something from the source of the sun, or this light which is high, as you said, high. Now, and there is what? A star here like this. What will happen is you are supposed to see this object. When you are here, you are supposed to see this object. If it's directly facing the sun, you will see this like a black hole, black spot inside a light. That's how you see it. This side will become black. This side will become black like this. And the source you can not see well, or the source you cannot recall, will be like reflection like this, light. You see it like that. So at the end of the day, it can also make you think the sun, in the sun, oh, this same thing you are seeing here, why you are seeing it as a black hole is because what? There is something. So what makes you see something black hole here is the same reason you are seeing it black in the sun. There's a planet. There's a planet that is between it. So that planet is the reason you are seeing what? It as a hole in the sun or in an object, that you should have a white part like this, and in the most middle, you are seeing a black spot. That black spot, it doesn't make it whole. In the first place, you understand that the black spot here, it doesn't make it whole. It's not a hole that you can pass in between, like pass here and then you appear in the other end. So the hole here doesn't really mean, like when you see it like this, it makes it like a hole. So it won't be a hole. It's a spot that is the object, which makes it impossible that the light cannot go around from this side and cover almost everything here, except the light source here is from this side. Then you also here, then you see the entire part here as light. Yes. So if this object is in the immediate close path to the sun, this same result will occur. And then what color the sun is, you see the sun as its color, yet that object will be a black spot before the light. Yes, it will be a black spot. And you might think because it is black spot will be a hole. That's not a hole. So that won't be a hole. It's because there's a planet. That's a planet right there. That planet, you can only see it when you are seeing that part as a spot black, with the light is unable to go around or to fly or orbit, because you know it's not in an orbit in a direct, let's say, reflection in every angle. So that portion the light is not reaching had become what? Black spot. That's why it says what? Spot. You spot it, you saw it. Like there's a portion of stop. There's a reason for what? Spot and stop. So to prove what I'm saying is this: seeing the light here, this side will be light, and the portion that is unable to cover by the light is become dark spot. As if the same object here go close to this sun, that blackish thing you're gonna see here is what? Is a planet. Yeah, that's a planet, as well as we're seeing it here. So that at this point, let's see, we're trying to use it for other things. Yeah. We thought the highest education, like the highest care for the world is this. You won't have an enemy try to take a place they haven't built. How do you take a place like this? If I sit like this, look at this, sitting like this, what kind of level of understanding do you have to know what it is? If I sit like this, like sitting like this, all these things have meaning. They have meaning. And if I sit like this, you know, you have to say the meaning is this only when there's a spirit or angel working. You can't give meaning to it where we don't see it. Yes, it doesn't make it meaningful, because what makes the meaning should take place, and there we can see it. All right, I get to this position. No, I can't do that. I can do that. All right, let's get it. So another section portion. No, don't. So here it is. This side. So this side. So the size of the object spot will be a distance that will determine either you should see it big, small, or whatsoever. If the object is closer to the sun or the source of light, you have to see the black spot to have a different shape. If it's far from it, you have to also look at the size. Yes. So if it's far, the spot that is black will be changed. It will be different. If it's closer to it, it has to also take another form. Yet it will be the same planet size, that if it should be far away, the same size. If it should be closer to the thing, the same size. Yet the visibility and the characteristics and perceiving the actions and text and in will be different that you are seeing. That will be what? A wandering. Yes. So in that case, to understand what you are seeing, that's what you have to go near. To know the size of this earth before you tell what it is when you are far away from it. So the distance it takes you far from this earth will tell what you are also seeing. Minus. So you only minus the distance and from the size. Then you know how far you've gone. Alright, so let's get to this side. Let's do a reflection like a camera. So in the camera system, like the lens, you know, the lens will take it like this, having many stages. Yes. As I'm doing this, it's also supposed to be 4 lens stages, so that how close this one to or becomes to this makes an impression of clearer view and all of that. So this is it, like we're having a camera. Yeah, let's say this is a camera lens. So let me play something here and see if we can do that. Let's make it color like this. Yo, oh, that's all right. We want to do this. Yeah. All right, just get to this place like that simply, and you know what we have to do is more than we are saying right here, because I want to relate the topic to what you probably have right there. Yeah, I wanted to. Yeah. Oh, that's all right. So I want to leave it the way it is. And then we have it like cameras, so that the camera stages. These are lanes calculating and distance into the camera spot. Maybe, let's see this. Something, maybe let me leave it that way. Okay, this you probably want to say is probably a camera spot, so that it will need this to understand things in the distance, and then maybe the size or how wide something is. Yes, these are the things, and this is the technology for what we are saying. That's to prove what they are doing and why you are saying that. So you going to study or to learn about these things to write exam on them, and you are the same person again. I don't think you have learned anything, you have studied nothing. Yes, to prove it. So to have this object where it is come closer to you than it appears, this is the result of the lens. Or should go far away to you than it appears, that is the result of the lens. Calculating distance here, how many lens measure packs this, you know, that's it. Even the clearer view, that's it. So these are the results if we should understand what on earth it is. Yeah. Oh, that's all right. Yes, that's right. So that you want to say, if you have a camera in front of you or an object, and that object is this color, and you should have the same object printed in your system, that's a miracle you should look for. There you really need to understand what the white people are doing, to have such a level of understanding in the world. They've really dealt with situation. So, do you realize that people are making an opposite of themselves? When I put it right there, demonic star. When I said demonic star, and we have the star that we just shown as the same, as if when you talk about demonic star and an object appear like this to you, you want to say you don't have the head. You are saying you don't have a head. If you say this is demonic star, what makes it different now from you having heard that we draw the same star from? This is where I will laugh at somebody. The mystery, the mystery that involved such actions that we give names to things in the way we understand it. It doesn't come from the origin of, or origin where we're talking of. You see, when you are making this opposite, you are also with the same human being head, or the beast having also a head, and you are calling it, it should be demonic, that it is this, it is that. Yeah, when we bring this same star, that same star is what we are showing here. That what result or what occur in this star shape is what? Or you are simply saying that is a demon that sits like that and pray, or a demon sit and meditate. This star came as a result of what? As a result of meditation, the posture you take, or the form in which you are. That draweth star. So if you are saying it is a demon star, okay, what do you mean? You have to come and explain what you really mean. You have had something like that created, and then you are saying it should be as the same one here. No. Are you also not? Oh, okay. We understand there are some human beings, they don't have head. So when you give your head to that which you are saying demon, then game over. Then you don't have head. Yes. What is, look, even with what I've done, you see that is a most beautiful, let's say beauty complete woman. Like when you look at it first, you have to see it. And then when you see male and female issue, you have to see it inside it. You have to see it. Like when this side is for women, you see the apparel, so the apparel, and then all of that, whatever you wear. And then the apron, everything on. Everything on. And you are saying which part you want to say is for who. What have they done? Or as a cancer appears on it and is showing red. Look, even the cancer is showing what? Color that is red. Look at it. You see, when it comes here is what? Look at the color. And when it appears here is what? It is showing these colors in the work. What a world. Look at it. Even when it comes here, it's a different color. But when we show it here, it's also different. How we can see it? Now, if you agree what I'm saying, the cursor here is red. It means the code is working. Things are working. Look at it here. When I place it here, you are seeing what? You are seeing it white and black. But when I place it here, you are seeing what? White, red, and black. Let's place it here on the other side. So you see that when I place it on what? On black one like that, or shade, or the darkness, It is showing only darkness and light. I hope you agree. But to have it also work with the color that is like this color says what? It has to show three: white, red, and black. So with the rule, if you see the archangel, you have to show all your colors. But when you enter darkness, they are showing only light and darkness alone. If it gets here, even the same. Yeah, these are the things you need to understand. This particular color, because they are special code. So let's see that right there. So even in the sun, you see that, or in the light source, you just need it. This color like that. But on this particular level, look at what is it. On this particular level, or even with what color it should be that make it like that. You see, that particular color is what make it what? This difference. Alright, that's alright. So it's working. Some of these things you really have to regard it as it is in the Lord. So we got to that point. Now, saying that if we have had knowledge, what makes you have no head? This same star that we say inverse, if it's in the heavens, it will reflect, and you see this part become your level foot. This will become. That's why it is even simple that when light is behind you and then your shadow shoot to the human being, your head and that person's head has to meet at his height, so that your head will go through a stage. You want to see that? Let's see what. So these stars, they really do not have anything apart from creation that is in the Lord basic origin. That's all that it is. So you coming to change this same star for a different name, calling it demon, has nothing, absolutely nothing, because what created this star, right now we just see it. And look at what it's going to say. They say what? That is our goal, known as what? As the demon star. You say that you are the one saying something is like that. Yet it's not like that. And then derived from what? From the Arabic al whatever. Al ghul. Meaning the ghoul or demon head. Which is what? Is a what? Is a light that is what? Is as glowing, eclipsing binary star system in the constellation Perseus. Historically, it represents the eye of the what? Of the Gorgon. You see, the eye of what? Gorgon, Medusa. You see it, and what? And it's associated with what? With misfortune and evil due to what? It what? Noticeable periodic what? Blinking in the night or in the night sky, because or in the night sky that what causes or caused by a demon and star passing in front of what? A one that is as glowing. Is that what? One every 69 hours. You say that is 69. That's what it is. There's 69. So this you couldn't. So I just say that you have to know the energy field of this one. That when they draw near, you have to either repel from that, or you have to know what it takes to do. Like in the US, when they have hurricane or earthquake in those areas, you have to know that certain challenge you cannot stand. If you have the superpower to stand it, they say evacuate. Look at the 6-9. And that is why only the ones it was given originally, who have lived to give life, they are the only ones such things are living with. Not when you create a human being and make him animal and beast. Now look at that. When we go ask for what they are saying Lucifer, you see that we have to know what origin it is, and what they are trying to say is a horn of somebody. Just watch. So watch here what they are saying. That astronomy and location, a star, or where you can find a star, is this. That is designated as what? Beta Persei. that our goal is what? Located in what? In the Perseus constellation. Who is Perseus? You have to know what angel or spirit they are calling Perseus in his constellation. Do you get it? And that is also to talk about a few things, that it is what? An eclipsing binary system where one star periodically blocks. You see? When one star periodically what? Blocks another what? Another. Causing the glowing form, which is what we've been saying, glowing, not how you've been saying glory. It is a glowing body of something. To what? To deep from magnitude 2.1 to 3.4 over 10 hours. Like, what a miracle. Look at the things we were just doing. That, what a reflection. So you see, if we have to have it, a human with head, the same star is a complete human being. So if you have to have a star at your foot level, a star also above you, that they told you what? This your head is also the same light that will lead you, that will lead your foot. And your foot also is receiving as it is in you, not any other person. What else? To have the eclipsing of this star here reflecting its own light here, and everything is showing. To have it even like this again, how even this one become the eclipse again, that if this become the moon, then in the night hour, this having its own light, it won't need any other light source to make those things happen. When somebody even is blocking you, only light will watch light and know who is light in the darkness. So if you are indeed light, we have to have it what? Like it is. So do you realize that whatever teaching or knowledge and creation that is available, it has to be as we're seeing it. This is what you go and pay money at school and you say it's school. And the Lord and the angel, he is hungry, sitting here. And you are saying that we are opposite. Okay, the world we create, you won't come there. Oh yes, because that's not your world. You claim somebody is your problem and somebody is the cause of this and that. Look, I haven't eaten yet. I have nothing to show than this beauty on the screen. Myself and the broadcast. And the creation is our witness. And the spirit that it comes to agree with. Let's say I finish creating the thing in the coral, and then we go on Google to look at what they were trying to show you like this. And then along the line, you are seeing what? You are seeing eclipsing and things and happenings. Okay, historical significance that ancient cultures, including those in the Middle East, you see, viewed it changing, viewed it what? Changing, winking, and then what? Appearance as what? Menacing. It has long been associated with what? With danger, violence, and what? And in some tradition, death. Yes. Now observation that the glowing changes are visible to the naked eyes over a few nights, and then distinctions also comes in that it is distinct from symbolic or occultic what? Satanic star. You see that these are reality. So to have this particular one, even more reality than what they have named. That's why I say, even for claiming somebody is this or that, once it is deep, you see that even this one tells what? The difference. They are also making what? They are making difference with what it is here to also believe somewhere. Look at it, even with this one. What they are also showing here, or what is on the live, is also telling different from what? Occultic or satanic star. You see, and look at it, that even here, it says inverted. You see, so that one is, you see that right now. That is what? Inverted. Inverted what? Pentagrams. Like, look at the, wow. How you want to say it's invented? Like, inverted, like I was saying the same word. Like when it's in the invert, like this. When you are seeing it, standing like this. This is the same standing, but it looks opposite. But it's not opposite. This one that is from the top have really been here to make you standing. So when you are coming to the earth, it will even look also like this star. And when you are on the earth with your foot, you will stand like this, head to head, with how it came. It's just like that. This part becomes your head, and the forehead corner is this, the ones that you were showing. That's the forehead, and the center part here, this side, between the two eyes, and then your nose at this point, showing what angle it should be fixed. So your nose fixing point shows also how you see things. And then your mouth, that probably should have been here. Then your ear is as big, covering your wig. That's the wig or the hurt. That's it. So when you now look at this, look at the head. Now from this angle, to just round this to this angle to the side, then we have the head. That is why you see your ear out like this. You see, you may have heard, but your ear is projected out. At least, let's see if I'm seeing it. You say that, so because of the hair, you will not, even naturally my ear does not come like, you know, unless I bring it out. It is there that you may see it. Let me say that. I don't want to, like, if I'm seated in the direct posture like this, you have to see that I'm not supposed to have the animal hair, you know, ear. Like, you know, where your ear becomes, oh, how can we say it? Like this. Look at, even the ear alone changing your looks. Look, if my ear was this, it would have changed my looks. But to be more natural and neutral, it means I'm not the one hearing from what you are saying, because my ear is not open to you like this to receive people's matters and be saying, I hear you, I hear you. Somebody talking and you say you are the one they are talking to. No. So I'm not the one those spirits are talking to. Why? Then it's better I hear it from the echoing universe itself. Look, let me show you what it is on the design. Like how you want to say it is. Here, like this. When we use this same element here, let me do the version that will be, if I have it like this. Like if I want to say I choose it, like I chose this, or I chose to here. Let me bring it here and do that. Do this like this. So I have to say I want to hear. How do I want to hear what I'm saying? If this is the fixing point of the ear, then we just have to have another one on the other side, like this. Just saying here. That's it. Do you agree? That's it. So that we have what? The two sides, this side and this side, receiving. And that's it. So to have it just like this, you have to just use the same word, the same design for what I'm saying. That's it. So how many number, let's say if it's calculated open to this angle, what you hear or how you hear should be different. If this added, it should be different. If this was added again, and this one again. So some of you, it's just like that. Most reason you have to hear certain things you are not supposed to hear. There are some things that are oncoming that I'm not supposed to hear because I'm watching it. But some of you today say what? Even when you are watching it, you are not hearing it. So your ear is giving big to the certain level. Or it is showing that you are probably the beast in opposite, like the rodents. How their ear has to stand. Yeah, those, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So in the art, in the design, did we not have ear? We have it. So that's it. The Lord wouldn't be talking to you. So that's why if you claim He's talking to you, then I'm surprised. Surprised that the ear that I've been... What kind of ear do you have that you just listen that you say you pick it up, like even a different language is trying to come. What a world. Okay, let's get it. So to the light again. Now in observation that we told you, and these. So when it comes to the distinction, it is distinct from what, like they are showing difference. That it is different from the occultic and satanic star. You see that is also another level. So to even simply say what is in the heavens is different from how you interpret it on earth. And the Lord wanted you to understand what is in heaven is the same thing that He wants to talk on earth. Then, if there is a difference in meaning on earth, it doesn't make it in heaven. There He has not sent you. And that's it. So let's get it. This star here means a lot. This is an explosion star. This is an explosion or a star that is exploded. Having it worked known. So that's it. So even myself. So even it will tell how a star explodes. This same person, when it explodes, you will say it like this. Then you see a star 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's it. Like you are seeing other country with a 6-sided star. These are the reasons. So that's what you should know. That's what you should know. You should know it. So that when there's an earthquake or earthquake, you have to know how it is measured, the strength, and what you've caused. So we having it. Let's also assume. So you see, in reality, you wouldn't say that the star, if it appear like this, they want to say this is how it appear. You can only use the authority like the halo symbol or circle around it or something in the more circular form to be as it is in the light. Yet, if it's human that comes from it, you have to see it like this. Yes. And that's why you see also the animal having this form in them. As you have it in human, you have it also in the animal. But for the animal, you are seeing it more with only their head part, which is this. But for the human, when I sat down, I show you why in the human the star is like this. Even that's what I've made the heaven, the beautiful, like beauty complete white, beauty wise. Look at the most luxury. That's why we say luxury in most of what we're doing. Then you are seeing also somebody like, you are seeing the fish nature of what? You say it. Like what I'm saying. So let's get involved to the level again. Okay. You realize that this star indeed is a real different star, yet it's the same star I have had to draw from my works. And I just didn't draw it, I created it. Because what I'm showing you, you see the beauty. You see that whatever I have to come out with will be more beautiful than, or like it will be beautiful, beauty-wise. And this is the year where we got it from numbers. So this number definitely is what? Is a number that should come only with what? The Lord and angels. 14:9. Then the same number changes to this as you have an ear. This is the ear. What you are seeing here, you are seeing the ear over here. Then you are seeing also another number, the 914 or pray. Then we got the name prayer. There you see in the art of creation, we've had what? Ear and the forehead, which is the horns showing. Look at my just what? Let's look at it well. So that we look. This is it. So when you have somebody bow to this like this, they say, watch here. That you may know who is before you. This is natural. I don't have anything shaping it. It's just as it's created. So this is the level it is for many years, I want to say. Oh yeah. Maybe you think it's weak. Let me do this. Oh, let's do this. Maybe come close. I want to pull it. Look. Hey, leave the thing on. How to pull the place. Look. I have